Becca Random 42, and we are doing a few of these videos recorded right in the middle of live streams here today. There's not a lot of time to stream. There's a lot of stuff that's dropping, like every story, one on top of another. So let's get right into it. Today we're talking about Ghostbusters 2016. I know, 2 years later, after the fact, after it already flopped and everybody hated it. Yeah, so Melissa McCarthy's at it again. She didn't learn her lesson. She didn't pay attention to any of the fan feedback, any of the actual criticism. She's in her own little world and hearing what she wants to hear in her own bullshit sort of justification. So let's just go right into it. We're going to the Cinema Blend article here. And Melissa McCarthy opens up about the Ghostbuster reboot backlash. Oh, fuck me. The Ghostbusters reboot was one of the most controversial films in recent memory, and now Melissa McCarthy has spoken out about it. The actress co-starred alongside with Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, and Leslie Jones in a version of the 1980s comedy that saw women take over the lead roles. This change was met with some pretty serious backlash, but Melissa McCarthy really doesn't understand it. When asked, the actress recently said, "I just don't know why people are so afraid of women. It's fascinating to me." Right. Here. Rant time. Let me find my cursor. Melissa McCarthy. I can tell you exactly what the fan backlash was. Okay, first off, you made a sequel / reboot where you wanted to not only remind everybody of everything that happened in the first movie, while at the same time trying to make your own thing, saying, oh no, forget about the first movie, but here's something from the first movie, but forget about the first movie. Second, you improv the entire fucking movie. You didn't script it. You had reoccurring gags that were not funny. You open up with queef jokes. Everything got in cracks everywhere. You had 4 actresses who were comic relief. You had no straight man. You had nobody who fucking knew what the hell they were doing. And you were all just running around like chickens with your heads cut off, finding ghosts. You catch a ghost, and Bill Murray comes in, and you're like, oh yeah, we caught a ghost, see? And you let it out, and it fucking kills him. Then Leslie Jones has the balls to say, oh, looks like he didn't have what it takes to be a Ghostbuster. That's not how you treat the fans. That's not what you fucking do, you stupid women. What the fuck is wrong with you? You cannot insult the original Ghostbusters actors like that. You cannot. It is not a matter of race, gender, none of that shit. It is a matter of attacking the fans, calling the fans basement dwellers, man babies. It's right there in the fucking extended cut of the movie, and don't you deny it, Melissa McCarthy. And if you can't understand that, you don't deserve to be in Hollywood. Stop attacking the people who are gonna pay you money to see your shit. It doesn't work that way. Okay? And if you don't understand that, then fucking Google it. Fucking look up any goddamn video. Midnight Touch has hundreds of thousands of views on Ghostbuster videos. I have talked about Ghostbusters. I wish I talked about it 2 years ago when all this shit started, when they started attacking the fans. And it's just bullshit. You didn't ruin anybody's childhood. You made a movie nobody fucking wanted. Ghostbusters was perfect. It was lightning in a bottle. It was perfect the way it fucking was. Don't remake something that nobody wants a remake of. Especially when you're going to remake it and say, oh, look at all the things you loved about the first. Oh, wait, we're our own thing, though. It had no direction, no sense. It had no bad guy worth his stones. Slimer accidentally saved the fucking day by accidentally knocking the big bad ghost into the fucking dimension portal fucking thing. You spent hours and hours shooting improv comedy that's not funny. And Paul Feig didn't know when to cut the camera. He didn't know what to use, what not to use. You spent too long on jokes like the cat in and out of the bag joke he spent about 35 years on. You had unfunny shit like Higgins from the Jimmy Fallon show doing the, ooh, I'm gonna flip you off with the, like, seriously, are you 12? You had 12-year-old humor, the queef jokes, not to mention, fucking Kate McKinnon's character didn't even know the difference between DeBarge and Devo. For fuck's sake. This is why Ghostbusters 2016 sucked. Not because we hate women. I'm a woman. I fucking hate Ghostbusters 2016. With a passion. That is my kryptonite. That is my trigger. This is where it started. was Ghostbusters 2016. I need to go back to the article. There's more of the article here. Excuse me. The negative response to the movie was nearly instantaneous. The movie didn't need to be released in theaters or even go into production. Simply the announcement that the movie was happening resulted in vocal negative reaction. That's because nobody wanted a sequel. Nobody wanted a remake. We already have one. This lasted all the way until the movie came out. Rather than being a simple comedy, Ghostbusters became a cause and maybe people took one side or the other. No, the fucking women who didn't even go to see the goddamn movie were chastising anybody that they thought was a man for not wanting to see a fucking Ghostbusters remake. That's the point. It's a fucking remake of a classic movie people love. The initial negative response was focused around the fact that the new film gender swapped the cast. No, it wasn't. It was focused because it was a remake. And because the trailer sucked. It wasn't funny. Which goes to Melissa McCarthy's point that many people had a problem with the fact the film starred 4 women. No, it starred 4 people who shouldn't have been remaking anything. It wouldn't have mattered if you had Andy Samberg, Will Ferrell, Danny McBride, and Michael Cera. It would have sucked, okay? It would have fucking sucked, no matter who was in it. Of course, that wasn't the only specific criticism of the movie. Some people simply had a problem with the fact that Ghostbusters was being rebooted at all. Yes, thank you. Most of us, actually. Regardless of the gender of those in the lead, feeling that doing so in some way did damage to the original Ivan Reitman film that so many had grown up with. Well, it didn't do damage to it. It just was stupid. It was just stupid. It was just fucking stupid. To that argument, Melissa McCarthy also gives a Yahoo response. If a movie 35 years later is ruining your childhood, don't blame us. You've got your own issues. No, you ruined the movie. Oh, nobody said it was ruining your childhood. Nobody's childhood depends on whether or not Ghostbusters was a good movie and got remade. We were pissed that you guys kept doing this shit, saying, "Oh, you've got issues if you don't like the movie." This shit. Clearly, Melissa McCarthy doesn't believe her movie actually did any damage to the original Ghostbusters. To be fair, the movie still exists in its original format and is available for anyone to watch. Yes, we know. We're not fucking morons. Melissa McCarthy needs to know that. Maybe she's the fucking moron. You ever think of that?
Greetings, my excellent friend.
Also, thank you for being a brand new subscriber. I don't have the notifications above the display capture, but thank you so much. Zach Hawkins. We are in the middle of a live stream doing this, so thank you so much, guys. It's unclear what damage could have been done. Lots of franchises have made bad sequels, and well-loved originals have stood the test of time. And while the new Ghostbusters met with mixed responses from fans and critics, it doesn't seem like all that many actually thought it was terrible. No, that's because nobody watched it, and those who did said it was terrible. Nobody watched it. Most people didn't want to watch it because it looked stupid. In the end, the new Ghostbusters was something of a disappointment. While its box office gross wasn't awful, it was an expensive movie to make and almost certainly lost money. We'll never really know how much the backlash actually contributed to the theatrical response, though director Paul Feig has said that after the heat on the film has died down, more people seem to have caught the film on DVD, and this response is beginning much more positive. No, they're watching it and they're like, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like wrecking my childhood, and that's probably what he means. Didn't the movie lose money? Yes, absolutely, it lost money. Based on the mediocre box office, it seems highly unlikely we'll see this team of Ghostbusters on the big screen again. Good! Fucking good! Oh my god, that's great news. That's the best news I've heard all day. What that means for the franchise as a whole is unclear. Though there are certainly plans to do more with the brand in the future. Perhaps it'll be met with a warmer welcome. Yes, most people thought it was terrible, and also it lost a ton of money. Thank you in chat. So, yeah. Melissa McCarthy, get over yourself. You didn't ruin anybody's childhood, okay? You were a overpaid, overimportant Hollywood rich bitch asshole. Stop blaming us for your movie being shit. You made a bad movie. You weren't funny in it. You improv'd 90% of the lines. Paul Feig didn't know when to cut the camera, and you insulted the fans. You insulted people who might have given your movie a chance. How many people just didn't see it because you were calling them man babies, saying, "Oh, it's your problem if you think the film ruined your childhood." They saw that stupid negative attitude from you, And they decided they didn't want to see the movie. Okay, Melissa McCarthy? You get my drift? not only that, like, I couldn't stand it because Kristen Wiig is insufferably annoying and uncomfortable to watch. That's her whole character. She's just this uncomfortable, mousy, annoying woman who sexually harasses poor mentally challenged Thor, what's his name? Chris Hemsworth. So stupid he doesn't realize that covering his eyes, he covers his eyes when he hears a loud sound. That's mental handicap, like, level of stupid right there. Like, that's not just dumb. That's not just an idiot male secretary. That's just that's not just a male version of a bimbo. That's special. That's like, oh, he needs, like, a helmet and an adult around him at all times. Yeah, it's not the fans' fault she has no talent. It's not the fans' fault that her family is famous. Her cousin is Jenny McCarthy. Uncle is Kevin McCarthy from going back to the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. She's another one of these assholes in Hollywood that are famous because they're related to famous people. Okay? That's all it is. And a lot of people don't realize that. She is related to Jenny McCarthy and Kevin McCarthy. So, yeah. Oh, what do you guys think in the comment section below when you actually see this clipped as a video? I'm going to go back to my live chat and see what some of the things that they have to say. While they were so patient letting me go through this article and rant and yell into their ears, and I'm so sorry about that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, Twitter, Patreon, blah, blah, blah. I'm going back to my chat, and I'll see you guys on the next video.